So Ben, that's pre-season done and dusted. I mean, what was your take on today, first of all?
It was a really good game to have as our last game. Obviously being at home against very strong opposition from the league above, a team that have been in the league above that, and probably one of the stronger teams in the league above. So we were happy with the workout, happy to get the minutes into the lads, come through relatively unscathed, because as we all know, we're not blessed with numbers for one reason or another. But I thought the lads were excellent in the main. I think that we were unlucky to concede the goal that put Gillingham 1-0 up. The refs kind of admitted it was a poor decision, but over the whole game, it's probably a fair result, and that's promising as they're the league above.
And there seemed to be quite a lot of energy, and is that fitness building up? There was just a lot of energy out there.
Yeah, look, the manager and myself, we're always going to demand good energy. We're always going to want fit players. That's kind of part of what we're about, a large part of what we're about. So getting that's no surprise. That's what we've worked. We've worked towards all pre-season from the minute we came back in with Hutz, who's came in as the head of performance and fitness. And I think you can see that we physically, at least, are ready to match most teams in and around our level.
And there are a few players who probably we expect to be featuring in certainly the starting 15 who weren't featuring today. Is that a worry, or are they?
No, touch wood. So we've got Dale Gorman, who's got it's not even a hamstring injury, he's got a tight hamstring. Again, numbers don't allow us to take any risks. We wouldn't take a risk on that anyway, but numbers don't allow it. So we said, look, sit it out. You've done enough in pre-season. We're very, very hopeful he'll be all right for next week. Dion, exactly the same thing, but with a quad. Wanted to play, but we didn't let him play. Again, numbers, and he's fit enough. And Walks has got slightly more in his hamstring, but again, in the grading system, it's very low. He's very hopeful he'll be fit for next week. And Ben Winter, he's like Dion, just purely because no one's got any substantial injury there. But I think on signed players, if every single player was fit, I think we're one sub short, or we can just about put a bench out next week. So we're not in that position where we can take any chances on anyone. So we're having to sort of micromanage every player, every day, every session, to the point of we're saying to the boys, look, don't be a hero in pre-season in terms of the game time. Just make sure you're fit for us for the start of the season at least, and then we've got a chance we can push on from there.
And talking to the manager last week, this coming week, there's a few trialists still appearing and did quite well, and then he said there's likely to be one or two new in by the end of the week, and then we're sort of hanging on. How should we see the coming week?
In all honesty, I don't think we know, is the honest answer. We'd love to get a few through the door. Whether we can get that boxed off with the situation with the people above us, I don't know. We're just doing our job. Look, we might be here next week with the exact same players we've got now, and not one single extra body. The way it's gone, I presume that's a possibility. I hope we can bring in enough players so at least we can have a full bench and a squad where we feel that we can compete. But the important thing is that we've said to the players, since the uncertainties, we can only control what we do. So as staff, we will focus on football. As players, please focus on football. Focus on getting yourself fit, being ready for a season, and then everything around the club other than that to us is sort of a distraction that we don't need, and we're not really thinking about that. And the good news for us and as staff and for the manager in particular is all the bodies we have got in the building we trust, and we want to move forward with, and we're certainly not in a position where we're unhappy with any of the individuals in our squad. So we're sort of it's us against the world at the minute. It's what we've got against everyone else, and that's the message we're going with.
Well done on that, and next week Altrincham.
Yep. Fingers crossed. I mean, tough game, but you got to start somewhere. I think the first three games we've got this season in the league are three of the teams we beat last season after Christmas. All games that we went in as underdogs, all games that we'll probably go in as underdogs again at the start of this season, and that's no issue to us. We'll give it everything we've got to try and get some points.
Brilliant. Well, thanks for your time, and I'm sure there'll be a good turnout up in Altrincham, so we'll see you up in Altrincham next week.
Thanks a lot.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Thanks, Ben.